Hi, hi everyone. A quick revision on the market structures as we have already taken on board as to how the markets and economics are classified just based on the level of competition. And all I have endeavored in this lecture is through the lines, through these arrows, try to explain, the magnitude in different market structures of a particular feature or a conduct and so forth. So if you do understand the key, whichever way this arrow is pointing, that side is maximum and the least is from where it starts. So you know that under these market structures, the most competitive market in terms of number of firms, thousands of firms under perfect competition. Under monopolistic competition, there are about hundreds of firms. In oligopoly, there are about 2 to 20 firms. In monopoly, there is only one firm. So it's like perfect competition, thousands of firms, large number of firms. And goes without saying, hence the competition is maximum under perfect competition. It is and it is the least under monopoly. There's practically no competition for a monopoly firm. And likewise, in terms of the barriers to entry, as you can see, the arrow is pointing downwards, which means in monopoly, the barriers to entry are the strongest. While under perfect competition, there is easy entry, easy exit. Monopolistic, relatively still easy. Oligopoly, high barriers to entry, and monopoly, maximum barriers to entry. In terms of the similarity of the product, just remember that is, under monopoly, there is a unique product. And as you can see, the similarity is increasing towards perfect competition such that under perfect competition, the products are almost identical. Not almost, actually, yeah, they are considered to be identical, right? Like oranges are oranges or potatoes are potatoes, exactly the same. So under monopolistic, differentiated products to some extent, and that's where we say the products are similar. Like your different cuisines in different restaurants, pretty much. So that's the idea. And oligopoly, just a few sellers, and their products can be differentiated or identical, depending on, like car and petrol is the classic example. So features are the basic characteristics of a market. Yeah. Conduct is about their behavior, right? And in context of behavior, the different things that you may want to consider or focus on is number one, you can see in terms of the price, price elasticity of demand. It is highest, under perfect competition, a firm has a perfectly elastic demand curve. While for the other three markets, monopolistic, oligopoly, and monopoly, the demand curve is downward sloping for a firm, and that's where average revenue is above marginal revenue, right? Product differentiation, you can see it's pretty much the same idea, product differentiation or the type of product. So because under monopolistic market or oligopoly or monopoly, the products are different. There is a great focus on that differentiation, especially in monopolistic market structure. So that's where you see under perfect competition, practically zero product differentiation, but monopolistic, quite a lot, even in oligopoly, and monopoly is anyways a unique product. The firms, do they have control on price? Perfect competition, a firm has no control on price. Perfectly elastic means no control on price. Here in this case, whereas under monopoly, monopolistic, some control, oligopoly, lot of control, monopoly is the price maker. Likewise, concentration ratio, as in the market share or the market power, the more the market power you have, the greater the control you have on price. That's another way of looking at things. So yes, again, perfect competition has practically zero concentration ratio. Every small firm has a little share. Likewise, under monopolistic, but monopoly and oligopoly have high market share, high concentration ratio, as we call it. 80%, 80 to 90% of the market share. And then comes the research and development. And I've again got the color codes here, of course. Research and development that leads eventually to dynamic efficiency is precisely only for monopolistic, oligopoly, and monopoly. So research and development is maximum towards monopoly. Again, perfect competition has no research and development, no incentive for for those small firms because they do not have enough funds to do so. Non-price competition, like promotions, advertising. Where do you see it the most? In oligopoly and monopolistic competition. You don't see much of it in under perfect competition. There's no need for it because every seller is selling something identical, right? exactly the same product. Monopoly doesn't need it because it's selling something unique. In terms of collusion, the businesses working together, where is it possible? Under oligopoly, only because there are few firms. Monopoly is a single firm, it doesn't need. And perfect competition cannot have it because there are thousands of firms and they cannot collude, right? And from the conduct, that is from the behavior, comes the performance. Just an analogy, your own behavior as a student will decide also on your learning outcomes, pretty much. So when you talk about the conduct here, how does it have an impact? In terms of the performance, mainly the focal areas are the efficiencies. What are the three types of efficiencies? Allocative and productive. Allocative efficiencies, as in like the lowest possible price that a firm can sell the goods at, where marginal cost is equal to average revenue. If a firm is producing at that level at a profit maximizing output, and likewise, where the costs are lowest, technical optimum, marginal cost is equal to average cost, that is where the costs are lowest, and that's again possible only under perfect competition. So only a perfect competitive firm in the long run achieves the technical and allocative efficiency. And as you can see, the other three types have a 0, 0, and a 0, meaning they cannot achieve it at all. Whereas in context of dynamic efficiency, it is 0 for perfectly competitive market, but it is in the increasing order. For monopoly, it is the maximum. And likewise, long run behavior. Now, long run behavior, again, you can see a similarity between perfect competition and monopolistic. Perfect competition and monopolistic competitions make only normal profits. They don't make supernormal profits in long run. Whereas oligopoly and monopoly can make supernormal profits in the long run. That's it from me today. I hope it helps. And